Hello, everybody. Hello, and welcome to the stream. We are going to be continuing our RFK Racing NASCAR Charter Ops series, going from Daytona to Darlington today. I've wanted to do a little general aviation flying, so we're on VATSIM, but flying VFR and the Turbine Duke, a plane that I have only goofed off with very minorly. Don't know all that well, and I'm gonna go fly now. So it shouldn't be too long, about a 2-hour flight. Very simple flight plan. It's just a matter of going north, turning a little bit right, going north to the right a little bit. And so very simple flight plan to get us there. Not a big deal. So I don't know these avionics very well. I don't know the airplane very well, but we're gonna figure it out and just go have a good time. So welcome to the stream. Thanks for coming by. Let's fly an airplane up to ye old Darlington now. So I've got some doors open here and all that stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and close the luggage door, and I'm going to sneak back here and figure out where to go to close the. Just right, I guess. There we go. Okay. So we got those doors closed now, and I'm going to go ahead and start powering things up. So we'll request external power. Very nice. Very nice. Oh, this is similar to the system on the uh, what you call it? The little jet. What's it called? The Vision jet that I fly from time to time. So this should be pretty easy. Looks like we're already set on Unicom. That's good. I'll delay starting up my engines until after I get my flight plan in, which again should not be long. We'll go ahead and turn on battery and beacon and avionics on. There we go. What's the message? No arrival airport. I'm aware. Okay, where's flight plan? There's flight plan. So cool, it already knows where I'm at. I go ahead and set my destination of KUDG. Oh, I like this system. Add a waypoint of Stary, S-T-A-R-Y, S-T-A-R, Yankee, enter, and believe it or not, that's the thing. Do I have steps in my OFP? 270. All right. Simple as that. Simple as that. So we've got map here, we got weather, flight plan, procedures. Probably just going to be flying a visual departure here. I don't think my flight plan calls for a specific departure. We'll look though real fast. No. We'll just fly a visual departure and we'll worry about approaches later. Okay, Baccaroony. I don't even know where the autopilot is on this airplane. Let's see if we can find it real fast. I want to say it might be behind it. Yeah, there it is. So I have no idea how all this works. We're about to find out. If not, we'll just trim this bad boy out and fly it manually. No learn. Looking around, fuel vent, pitot left, stall and pitot right, prop heat, parking brake, panel lights. Okay, go ahead and turn those on. No, we don't need them on right now. Here's our lot of lights. Know where the instruments are. There. Nothing overhead. All right. Circuit breakers look like they're all recessed. That's good. I could pull up a checklist, but I think I know how to get this thing started. Move this battery to both. Master battery is on. We're going to go and turn on. Let's listen real quickly for the pumps. Make sure they're working. Yeah. pumps are working. Let's observe that ignition shows. Oh, wrong button, I'm sorry. This is starter. Alright, ignition on. Ignition on, that's good. Fuel is set. Weight is set. So cool how much depth there is to this thing. Generator's not on yet, of course, because I don't have the engines on. Right starter's on, left starter's on. Not yet. Batteries. Okay, cool. All this looks fine. Look at the cabin here. I'm going to leave the window open for the moment. Okay, I think we're good to go. So we'll go to right engine here, and let's put this in a place where I can see it but not obscure certain instruments. What we're going to do is put our right prop to max. We'll put our condition lever down and our throttle lever just slightly burped. And we're going to go right pump on, right ignition on, and generator on. No, not generator on. Okay, I kind of thought it would start there. Ignition on. Oink. N2's not rising. Maybe I need to go look at the checklist after all. Maybe I need to look at the checklist after all. Still no N2. Okay, clearly I've forgotten something. I'm going to pull up the checklist. I have it. Where do I have it? I think I have it on my tablet. So let's go to Google Drive. TURB Turbine Duke checklist simplified. That's fine. All right. Pre-flight doors latched, locks covers removed, weights and fuel set up, landing gear down, electrical switches off. They're already on. Supplemental. That's all pre-flight. Before engine start, beacon light on. Okay, we'll go ahead and do that. Here too. Battery master on, that's good. Fuel quantities checked, enunciators, bus volts, battery selector both, that's good. We've checked ignition already, we checked pumps already. Right starter to on. Right starter set on. And right ignition off. Right ignition off. I'll wait for 52 NG. Hold on a second. So it wants me to turn the starter on. Hold on, is it building now? The pump off? Okay, clearly I've done something very wrong. Aux pump off. Okay, right starter to on. That's the ignition. So that's, oh, here we go. Starter on. Ah, okay. Same switch, rocker. Different position. Got it. Silly mistakes, non-familiar, not using the checklist. Learn from me, kids. Do it right. All right. Stabilizing N2 here, and Ignition on. Alright. Condition lever coming in. That sounds like an engine start, my friends. And we'll put our generator on now. Veto's on. Nice and steady. Temperature looks good. Everything's looking solid here. Alright, let's go over to our left engine. And we'll go ahead and fuel pump, starter on, wait for N2 to get above 15 and stabilize. Stabilize around 18. Okay, and the ignition on. Let's close our window back. Very cool. Okay. Better. It's just that rocker switch, that's what caught me out. Go to our generator, starters are off. Pumps are on, generators are on. Oh, hang on. Bad start. Try that again. Did not get a good start. Stabilize at 18. Ignition to on. Oh. Condition lever. I forgot that. And let's go. Generator to on. Clear the master caution. Okay, I think we're going to go ahead and stow our tablet now, if I can remember how. Looks like we got two good engines. We need to disconnect external power, please. Where's that at? Payload? Here it is. External power disconnected. Looking good from outside. Stow the tablet. Look around here. Looking good. I'm just going to hit B for barometer today. We're doing VFR. We're taking it easy. Let's go ahead and, I'm not sure if my light buttons are mapped here. Yep, taxi light on. Nav light on. Light check. Making sure it's looking good. Looking good. Alright, let's kind of push back here. Which direction am I going to be taking off? 25 right. 25 right. Push out nose left. And then move it up again. push back. This little guy. Put me right there, please. Actually, is that where I want to be? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. I guess I could have gone to either of them, but that's okay. Oh, hang on. Edit. I think I just accidentally. Let's just go here. Connect tug. See our little homie come in there. Yep. What's up, little homie?
Ground, stand by.
Com 1, 122.8. Map and flight plan.
Standing by for pushback.
Cockpit to ground.
Let's go.
Go ahead.
We are cleared for start and push.
Okay, cleared for push start. Please release parking brake.
Already
Parking
done,
brakes
baby.
are released.
Commencing pushback. You can start the engines in sequence.
It will start in the sequence.
Daytona traffic, RFK 617 is tight, Turbine Duke, departing VFR to the north, taxiing now to runway 25 right via November. Daytona traffic. Ignition's still on. Turn that off.
Pushback completed.
Left generator fail. Interesting. Let's pull parking brake. Let's pull the tablet
You
back
may
out.
disconnect.
Clear the failure, I guess.
Okay, sir. Clear to disconnect.
0 active failures. There we go. Okay. It's just my mistake. Left oil door closed. Left engine ignition. I swear I turned off the ignition. There we go. Generators are on. Left oil door close. Is that not what we want? I guess we want them open. Okay, good. And right engine ignition. Okay, I see greens. Greens are good. Let's go ahead and turn on the weather radar. 1200. Put the transponder on for VFR. Alright. I think we're good. We got here and turn left on this taxiway, right? Is that what we said? Yeah. Weird though that the taxi lines only want you to go that way, but we're going to take a left anyway. November to November 11, and then we'll take off from 25 right. Okay, is there a recall button? I don't see a recall button anywhere. right, let's go. Right, look left. Make sure that sim is connected nicely. Looks like it is. I should pull up SimAware as well. Make sure I'm showing up there. Yeah, looks like I am. Excellent. Kind of an unwieldy taxi. Does this thing have a prop sink that I need to worry about? Let's see one. So I'm going to be taking off to the south, it looks like. Park here for a moment. Daytona Beach traffic, RFK 617 is type piston Duke departing, lining up runway 25 right for departure. To the south, we'll be turning north. Daytona Beach traffic. And we'll turn left north over the ocean. Boy, all the sounds. All the sounds this thing makes. I've been flying the 737 and the 777 lately, and it's interesting getting into something so small. Alright. We'll get up in the air, do some hand flying for a while, and then we'll figure out how the autopilot works. Woo! Come on, baby. Stay straight. A little bit of stick. Alright. Positive rate. Gear coming up. Come back on the throttle a little bit. Don't need to be quite 100%-y, I don't think. Trim my wheel forward a little bit here. Nose down. Like a 15% nose up. Let's see the racetrack. What up, Daytona? Thanks for all the fun. See you next time. The landing light never came on. I guess that button isn't mapped. Let's turn them on real quick here. Oh, it shows on. I didn't see anything from out there, though. Okay, whatever. Try to keep this between 10 and 15 for a moment. Fly runway heading. Zoom out. And we will do a right turn. Uh-oh. I just accidentally shut down the engines. Okay. Ignition on. ignition on. Starter on, starter on. I pulled back the condition levers to sort of lean it out. Maybe you're not supposed to do that in this. Oh no. Okay, we're gonna die. We're gonna die! Ah! Okay. We might want to restart. Okay. Don't. All right. I need to look at the damn checklist. That's what I need to do. Yes, I need to look at the damn checklist. So, what I just learned is that leaning it out like you do with a piston engine aircraft is maybe not the right thing to do. So, let's try all this again. Avionics are on. Controls locked. Take controls off. We'll put these down, this down, these up. Oil doors, la da 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 da. Avionics are not on yet. Why not? Let's put master battery to both. Avionics are on. It's been a while since I've crashed an airplane. It's been a minute. Okay. All right, looking okay. Let's start it up again, and that was embarrassing, but let's start it up again and maybe not suck so hard this time. Don't trim it out this time. Let's look back at that checklist. After engine start, before takeoff, oil doors open, ice deflectors as required, instruments, cockpit window closed, pitch trim power on, elevator trim set for takeoff, flaps, ignition as required, flight controls. Flight controls, altimeter, departure altitude, power levers. Yeah, okay. So leave the condition levers all the way up, but adjust power levers as required. Can't believe I did that. Okay, you got a good engine over there. Starter on. Okay, stabilizing over, got an 18, ignition on, condition lever N. Get a good start here. And got a generator on. Oop, I don't think we got a good start on that one. Starter back on. Waiting for N2 this time. And Flight plan. KUDG. Let's try this again. STARY. Enter. And that's it for the flight plan. So we'll put our map up, put our flight plan up. Transponder already set to 1200, right? Yeah, it sure is. Okay, that's looking good. Go to generator and ignition can come off. Set our oil doors to open. Very nice. Let's plan our pushback again.
Cockpit to ground.
Weather radar to on. Let's go ahead and turn on air conditioning. Enunciators look good. We'll turn on taxi and landing lights. Oh, B for barometer again. And set a northeasterly heading here.
Standing by for pushback.
All right.
Cockpit to ground.
Go ahead.
We're going to look at the checklist this time, kids. That's what we're going to do.
Start and push.
Because we done crashed the thing.
Cleared for push start.
First time I've crashed in a very long time, though.
Parking
So-
brakes are released.
First time in a long time that I've crashed.
Pushback. You can start the engines in sequence.
I've gotten okay at this thing. It's only when I'm being lazy, you know,
Start in sequence.
when I don't know the airplane and I make assumptions, that I have stuff like that happen.
Okay, pushback completed. Please set your parking brake.
Parking brake set.
Ground. You may disconnect.
All right.
Sir, clear to disconnect.
After engine start, lights as required. Weather radar on. Avionics on. Inverter to main. Inverter. 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 Don't see an inverter thingy. Okay, I'll live without it then, because I don't see it. I don't have any enunciators. Before takeoff, so we'll go ahead and look at that while we taxi. Thank you for the pushback there, champ. Before takeoff, fuel pumps to wing, check. Oil doors open, check. Ice deflectors as required, no ice to worry about. Instrument air, green, no lights. Cockpit windows closed. Heat, de-ice off. Pitch trim on. Elevator trim set takeoff. Ignition as required. Flight controls free and correct. Altimeter is set. Departure altitude set. Takeoff heading set. Cabin temp mode off. Okay. All right. This is interesting. For takeoff, power levers to 1260. Power levers to 1260, brakes release, engine instruments check, IGT 80, landing gear up, flaps retracted to 120. I'm being an irresponsible bat simmer today. Alright, so let's line up here for a moment and read that checklist again, because we don't want to make the same mistakes we did. At no point do I take down the condition levers. Alright, props at 1290. Looks like those are building. And then power levers to 1200. Alright, let's go. Let's do it better this time. Alright, that time it just lifted itself off the ground. Much nicer. Take off. Max continuous power, initial climb. And then bring it back down to, so 2190. Landing gears up. Flaps retracted 120. Okay. Alright, take off. Autopilot engage. Cabin altitude observe climb. Landing lights off in a minute. Ignition, auto off. Okay, that's fine. Landing lights off. Okay, we can go ahead and come off on landing lights now. Nearly done with our turn. We get over to the magenta line here as we continue to climb at about 10 degrees. Airspeed's coming up much nicer this time. Message. Set course to 006. I will in a minute. Autopilot engaged. Okay, here we go. So I've got heading mode on here. I'll put nav on in a minute, I think. Hang on, what you doing, airplane? Okay. So nav altitude. I want to go 27,000 there. that's going to hold this altitude, right? So what I'm going to want to do is let's come back in the power a bit. So take off. Alright, propellers to 2190, power levers to 1200. What about prop? 2190. What's yelling at me? Why you beeping, bro? Nav, turn there, and then how do I set my vertical speed and what's beeping? What did I do that caused it? Altitude, I feel like, right? Attitude. Okay, you got vertical speed happening now, but what's this continuous beat? Oil doors open. Oil doors closed. Oh, you know what? I never did set my proper fuel level with the reload, did I? There we go. It's all fine. Okay, that's fine. Ignition, oil doors closed, ice deflectors as required. You know, let's go ahead and turn on the ice since we're going through some clouds here. And oh, these are lights. Panel lights. I saw the anti-ice over here. Pitot, fuel vent, windshield, prop heat. I guess we're out of the clouds now, but it would be nice to know where the anti-ice is. Okay, so we're learning about the autopilot, that I have an altitude hold or an attitude hold, but not a flight level change style thing. Look at that beauty! Now that we got it in the air and kept it in the air. Yes, sirree. Yes, sirree. Flying now. We be flying now. Do I have any cameras set up for this? I don't. We'll set some cameras up for it in a moment. And a mow. Yeah, let's set up some cameras. Let's get our controller. Xbox controller for the win! Yow. What's it look like from the back seat here? Kind of want to see the engine doing its thing. That's pretty cool. Kind of like that. So we'll do control 0 for that one. And then, how about this shot, looking at just the back of the wing, control 1. And then control 2. Now we've got 0, 1, and 2. Very nice, very, very nice. Oh, what are you master warning me about? Cabin off. Cabin off what? Let's look up what that means. Turbine. Duke cabin off. Red. All on the console, you set the cabin altitude before takeoff. Click, drag your roll mouse wheel back. So, do I need to set that for 27,000? Oh, I know what I'm supposed to do. I'm sorry. Okay, hang on. I need to pressurize for aircraft at 27,000. That ought to take care of it. Alright, nav mode, we are cruising. Looking okay. Look at our engine instruments here. Just the NG all the way to the red like that is what kind of bugs me. That's why I was fuel flow. I don't want to touch it again because I crashed myself last time. Can we climb a little faster? Let's find out. Got some really good airspeed though. And let's look back at our checklist here. Split window, checklist on the bottom, please. Let's see here. Transition altitude, ice as required, altimeters standard. Oh yeah, altimeter standard. So put that at 1013. 2992, yep. And then ignition auto off, oil doors closed, is already set. So for cruise, ignition off. Ice deflectors as required. Pitot heat on. Fuel imbalance less than 25 gallons. Power levers at 1150. Prop at 2000. So right now our prop is still at 2190 for climb. I'm going to cut back on it a little bit. Power levers at 1150. That's what it wants. Sounds like it's pushing it too hard, you know, but it wants 1200 for climb. And it wants prop to 2190. Alright, I'll do what you tell me to, checklist. And ignition auto off, all doors closed, ice deflectors is required. Okay. Never did find the pitot button. Or, oh, here it is, pitot. Oh, there. What am I talking about? Ice. Okay, de-ice. There's everything. I don't want to vent anything. Surface one cycle. I guess this is the de-ice here. Windshield. want to vent any fuel. That button I can't turn on. I don't know why. Do I have anything mapped to it? Okay. We're rolling, baby. We're rolling. Florida coast. My coffee got a little cold. I'll go heat it up. That's okay. I've got a microwave right behind me. Oh, man. You know what? I just realized I'm not on the right theme there. There we go. There it is. There it is. Ah, I was in my racing theme. Oh, you know, I'm going to refill this coffee, actually. I'll be right back with some coffee. It's low and it's a bit cold. And I trust that the airplane will continue to climb correctly and appropriately with less crashing than last time. Less crashing is key. Hello, coffee pot. Yes. Distribute your heat. Boys, the Wolf Drip Coffee Pot. That's the business. Gourmet, as they don't say. Gourmet. You know, it's funny, I haven't crashed hardly at all in this game since I sort of started really learning how to play it. And when I crashed back there, it, like, my heart was beating pretty fast. Like, I was scared. And I was thinking, wow, I know that a big part of pilot lessons is loss of engine, right? If you're take flight school, get instructor lessons, is what to do in the event of an engine failure. And clearly, I did not know what to do, and I died. There would have been no surviving that crash. All right, passing 210. Where's my external temp? Can I see external temperature anywhere? Looking for external temperature somewhere. Fuel flow, it's all engine stuff. Air data. On the Seneca, there's just a little digital thing right here. Oh, hang on. There's cabin temp. 33 Fahrenheit? Bro, that's super cold. How about we turn on auto heat and see if that helps. Okay, that's coming up. Looking for external temp somewhere, kids. Hey, a flight director. Neat. Getting pretty close. So what's... I know I've still got my cabin differential here, but I'm assuming that'll go away at 27,000. Passing 24. Steady vertical speed. This thing does fly nicely. Once you start to figure it out, it flies really nicely. I just jumped in and started flying like an idiot without taking the time to research it, learn it, understand it. Heating up nicely in the cabin. It's burr in here. Alright, passing 26,000 in a moment here, so we'll start to bring our vertical speed down a bit. After we pass 26, we'll bring it down to 500 to make for a nice, smooth tabletop. I know. Altitude alert, thank you very much. And then when we get to 27, we will hit the altitude button, and that'll hold us there. Take a quick look at our progress here. Yeah, we're making good time. I guess. Big ass wing in the way, can't see out the window. Big motor. Alright, 26.4. And then I'm hoping that the cabin differential takes care of itself. I'm pretty sure that I've got this dialed correctly now. And it's just a matter of the pressurization catching up, I suppose. Because what I want it to be at is at 27,000 proper altitude. The cabin pressure should be at, looks like 11.5. So it's a little below right now, but it's catching up. So I figured that out a little too late. 26.8, almost there. We got an airplane up here. What's up, bro? $27,000. We'll hit altitude hold at this point. Well, that's fast. Especially the differential speed. It's super fast. Print screen, print screen. Super cool. Okay, so altitude hold at 27,000. Now, the checklist says, at cruise, propellers to 2,000, so props come down. And then power to 1150. It's interesting. My power won't go above 890 here. We'll just monitor our speed. That's maxed out, baby. Huh. Wonder what that's all about. 1150 foot-pounds. Yeah. And again, it has not told me to touch the condition levers at all. So, leaving them alone. Leaving them completely alone. Just chilling. All right, but we've successfully gotten up here. We've got a good airspeed. We never did find our external temperature. Where's that at? I wonder if it's in my avionics. Do I have a better view for that? I have to set a camera like that. Tourist system, utilities, nearest weather. No. I wonder why all that stuff's not working. Looking for external temp somewhere. Looking for external temp somewhere. Looking for external temp somewhere. It's a 40 nautical mile range. It's 25. That's about what I want, I think. Where can I find the damn external temperature? Hey, the cabin differential went away. Good. De-icing pressure, instrument air. Still cold in here. I don't see it. And because I can't see it, I can't set my true airspeed. The reason I'm so obsessed about looking for external temp is because I want to set my true airspeed here. I want to understand what it is versus my indicated airspeed, because if it's -8 outside or something like that, then my true airspeed is something like 270, 280, you know? If it's 0 degrees outside, my true airspeed is over 290 knots. Alright, let's Google that as well real fast. We're learning. Turbine Duke outside temperature. Cabin heating, black turbine indicator. don't see it. Maybe my buddy Mike can help me with this. I might send him a note, ask him to watch this video back and at least part of this video, and maybe he can inform a brother. Superfly. Print screen. Beautiful day for flying here. Hopefully a beautiful day for NASCAR in Darlington later. That's the hope. Pull up SimWare real fast. Oh, and I should do my spiel. My spiel about why I'm doing this thing. Okay, we're right at our turn, actually. Aren't we? Yeah, we're pretty much at our turn here. We'll do our turn, and then I'll do our spiel, and then we'll start thinking about our descent. Flight plan. 9 nautical miles. Let's get a nice shot framed up for the turn. That'll be a good one to sort of head on. A little above. Yeah, so we'll be ready here when it starts to bank. Darlington County Jetport is where we're going, baby. 205 nautical miles from the turn, 210 nautical miles from where we are right now. Smooth little airplane, cruising at 27K. Very cool. Very nice. 3 nautical miles until the turn. One nautical mile. Kids, be ready here. Right about there. Oh, baby, you're beautiful. Oh, you're beautiful. Okay, let's talk about what the hell I'm doing. Why am I talking about NASCAR and all that jazz? If this is your first time joining this series on this channel, I am a big racing fan. I like many different forms of racing. But I primarily followed NASCAR and IMSA with an also of some rally and some off-road stuff. I don't really care for F1 very much. WEC is cool. I like a lot of different types of racing, but I follow NASCAR very closely. And so my favorite team in NASCAR is a team called RFK Racing. And if you're not a follower of the NASCARs, that is the 6 and 17 cars in NASCAR. Roush, Fenway, Keselowski. Brad Keselowski is a co-owner and one of the team principals and also driver. And these are my boys. These are the guys that I follow. You know, going to Darlington, Brad actually won Darlington earlier in the year. And my boy Chris has had a bunch of almost ones. He's finished second a couple times, and almost won Darlington too last year. But he and Tyler Reddick got into it on the last lap, and Brad ended up sneaking through for the victory. But whatever, really cool stuff. And so what I've been doing is sort of tracking their results. You know, there was a couple of DNFs early in the year for them, and so an average finish of pretty bad. And so I have this progressive performance-based scale where if they finish well, then they get to fly in a really fast plane. If they finish poorly, they get to fly in a slow plane. And then every now and then I'll break my own rules. I'll fly them commercial on a 737, or I did an airdrop from the C-17. You know, I'll make up my own rules from time to time when I just feel like flying a different plane. And so, for example, I'm supposed to be flying the CJ4 right now, but we are in this beautiful Turbine Duke just because I have the plane and I wanted to fly it. And it's kind of a short enough flight that, you know, doing a general aviation plane wasn't going to take ages. So here we are in this beauty. So basically from track to track is what I'm doing. So they would normally fly from North Carolina, where they're based, to whatever track. I've been flying them from track to track for the variation of it all. So we're flying right now from Daytona to Darlington. And then depending on how they do in Darlington, we're going to fly something from Darlington to Atlanta, usually out of this selection. So I'm just hoping my boys do good. Again, we should be in the CJ4 right now, but as you can see, I've flown the CJ4 quite a bit, and then lately I've been flying jets a lot, and I thought, yeah, why not? Let's jump into a GA airplane and just see how we do. One of my favorite flights that I did was the DC-3, completely VFR, using VOR to VOR manual navigation from Chicago to Pocono. It was like a 3-hour flight, but it was all manual. It was, you know, all sight lines, landmarks, and VOR frequencies, and that was fun, and also the best landing I've ever had in the DC-3, which is a challenging airplane to land. So you know, you might check that one out if you're interested in VOR to VOR flying and seeing that happen. Also vintage flying. That was a lot of fun. So, anywho, back to the sim here. Back to our aeroplane. Looks like we're still over North Florida here, right? No, actually, we're getting pretty close to Savannah, Georgia. Probably be able to see Savannah. I spent a good deal of time in Savannah, conferences and whatnot. I've had a couple of speaking engagements and exhibitor engagements there at the conference center in Savannah. Might even be able to see it. It's a little bit inland. We'll definitely be able to see like Tibby Island. There's a huge port in Savannah. I think it's the third busiest port in the U.S. Massive container ships go through there. Super cool. Boy, what a model. This thing is so pretty. Black Square did an amazing job on this airplane. Amazing job. That looks like Savannah we're coming up on. Wonder how much detail we'll be able to see. It's a cool town. Very old town. It's the first incorporated city in the United States. Every couple blocks there's a little town square where there would have been markets and gatherings and hangings and all kinds of stuff back in the day. And then right here there's this historical district called River Street. And when you're on River Street, you're walking on cobblestones that were laid when this town was founded back in like the 1500s. It's incredible. Lots of cool restaurants and bars and whatnot. It's a very walkable city. At least the historical part of the city is very walkable. Outside of that, it's just like any old other U.S. city. But if you ever get a chance to go to Savannah, it's a great weekend trip. A lot of history. The bus tours are actually a lot of fun. It's a cool place. And then do the port tour as well. The port is wicked neat. They've got bus tours where you go through the port and get right up next to these container ships, and you just don't understand. I mean, we've all seen container ships on TV and stuff a million times, but you just don't understand how big a container ship is until you're right next to one. They are friggin' massive. So I think I'm just gonna double check on the SimAware here. Yeah, we're right at Savannah. So someone's on the ground at Savannah right now, about to take off, it looks like. But right over here, this is a little beach town called Tibby Island that you drive out to from Savannah if you want to go to a lovely beach. not very busy. You know, it's not like going to Ocean City or Destin. It's pretty sparse as far as the people, but it's also a bit of a haul to get there. And then once you're there, there's not a lot happening around it, right? There's a couple bars and restaurants and stuff, but it's people living there, and then some surf shops. Not surf. What's the word I'm looking for here? Like beach stuff shops. Yeah, Savannah's nice. Right over here, that looks like where the convention center is. There's a big bridge we can't really see, I guess, from this altitude. There's a big bridge that takes you over onto this island, which is beginning, like a lot of it's still kind of wild, and then we're starting to really develop parts of it. And then there's a ferry that takes you back and forth to River Street from the convention center. Yeah, if you ever get a chance, man, go to Savannah. Super cool spot, very pretty, very historical. And if you're into American history at all, it's an important player in American civic history, colonial history. I've got a few pictures right there on that beach. In fact, let's see here. Photos. That's Iceland. That's Destin. That's Myrtle. This is when my so this beach right here. I had some family over from Iceland, and we went out and stopped at Tibby. And so my son and a couple of my nephews all hung out there, and then Savannah. Let's see here. This is what Savannah looks like. So that over there is River Street, all these historical buildings and stuff. This is from the convention center where I was doing some speaking. A beautiful lady. You know, those old market squares and whatnot. What else? Savannah. My sisters-in-law came up from Iceland. Me doing some speaking. Lovely little spots like this, just all over the place, right? Where you have an outside little charming table. Like it almost feels like a little Paris in the U.S. You know, it's kind of the vibe. So if you ever get a chance to go to Savannah, do it. Tibby Beach is a nice little beach, sparsely populated. Savannah's a super cool town. There's the bridge. Finally see that bridge. That's a big friggin' bridge right there, and it has to be very tall to get the container ships through. The container ships will come up through here, and then right there. So you'll be sitting at a restaurant off River Street. You'll be sitting at a restaurant, and then like a building goes by. You know, just massive damn container ships will roll by there. Okay, 150. What do we got here? 155 nautical miles. It's time to start thinking about our approach into Darlington. So it looks like we're going to be landing on runway 23. Let's look at our approach options. Should we do a flyover of the speedway? We probably should. We're flying VFR. We're on VATSIM. It's uncontrolled. Which direction is 23? From the north. Oh yeah, hey, there we go. So we'll just call it final here. We'll use that one. Now let's find the racetrack. Is it called out on here anywhere? Let's go to the VFR map. I should have done that all along, actually. Darlington, where's your speedway? Where's your speedway? Where's your speedway? Okay, what we're gonna do then is go to Google Maps real fast and spot it there, and then maybe I can put a manual waypoint on the map. Maps.google, Darlington Raceway, and where are you at relative to the airport? Alright, so it's the city of Darlington. There's a road. Let's go back to the VFR chart here. Way. I'm just looking at the map here, trying to figure out where the airport is relative to the speedway. I'm just trying to spot an airport. That ain't it. That ain't it. There it is. Okay. So it's hella north. So if I come in early, if I get down to like 1,000, 2,000 feet early, come up from the bottom here, I'll be able to see the airport. So let's... Can I set a waypoint? Ah, okay, hold on. Bunch of the racetracks right here, isn't it? Can I do... Hey, now we're talking. I want to add a waypoint here, please. How do I do that? I gotta remember how to do that. Add alternate. I want to add a waypoint here, please. Ground satellite. No, that's not what I want to do. How does one add a waypoint manually? I thought you could right-click there. Ah, user waypoints. Add one. How do I add a waypoint, kids? It's what I want to do. It's what I want to do. Google again. Navigraph. Add waypoint. Custom waypoint Navigraph.
Maps. There's Lewis right there. Zooming in, as you guys can see. There is it. Now, how do I go about creating that custom, like for instance that, you know, copy it. 43, 0, insert that piece right here, the graph. You have those two waypoints right. Now if we copy this number, now I go into type route. Now I want this to be in between those two waypoints right there, in between those two airports. So what I do is I place it after DCT and make sure there is a space right there. Now if I save it,
I feel like I should be able to just right click here.
you actually see it on screen right there.
I've done this in the past. And
If we zoom in,
should
that
there just be
is
a
where
new
the
button
actual
here?
waypoint is. And you can add as many as you like, as long as you keep adding them in front or behind that. And that is how you basically create a custom waypoint in Navigraph. So guys, I hope you helped you out a little bit and made things a little bit clearer for you. Until the next time, see ya.
Ah, that's not it. Nope. These are waypoints. I'm gonna run out of time. Might have to just do this manually. Probably just gonna have to do this manually until I can figure it out how to do this properly later. Anyone in the chat know what I should be doing here? To add, hang on, edit. I want to create a new one. Why isn't there a new button here? Why isn't there a new button right there? Okay, well what we're gonna do is go ahead and set our desired altitude for, call it 1500. Uh, 1500. And we'll prepare our cabin altitude. How long do we have to get there? 112 miles, according to 23 minutes. Yeah, we should probably go ahead and begin our descent. From 27 down to 1500, that's going to be dropping, what, 25,500. I need to go down to 1500 per minute. So let's go ahead and check our 2, 3, 4. Let's pull up our descent checklist here. Cabin altitude goal set. We'll go ahead and set that to 1500. Ignition off, oil doors closed. We'll double check that in a moment. Okay, 1500 set for cabin altitude. Oil doors are closed. Ice deflectors as required. Power levers reduce. Power levers reduce. Looking good. Going down at a little over 1,000. We'll go down 1 or 2 more clicks here. Kind of want to come down at about 1500. Ice protection is required. Approach. Check the cabin altitude difference. Fuel selectors to on. Fuel imbalance. Okay. Recognition lights. Pitot heat. Windshield heat off. Propeller heat off. Okay. That's all good. Cabin temp mode. Altimeters local for QNH. Ignition auto. Ice deflectors as required. Flaps. Approach at less than 174 knots. Okay. So, we're beginning our descent into to the Kakalakis. And we are going to attempt to do a flyover of Darlington using visual references here as we get closer. So, need to understand exactly what our flight plan is doing, relevant to the raceway. So what I'll do is, as I get to the hold, which the hold should be visible on here, right? No, it isn't. Okay. So what do I want to do here? What do I want to do here? How do I want to think about this? What's my visual indicators? This is all just going to look very much the same. When I get to whatever this town is, that's when I want to turn due north and fly directly over the racetrack. It's going to be tricky. I could bank right, find this road, and follow in from this road. I could look for this Clover intersection. Gosh, why can't I add a damn waypoint? I feel like I should just be able to click and add a waypoint. D-A-R-L. Enter. No. Cancel. It shouldn't be this hard. What you yelling at? What you yelling at, bro? No new enunciators, no red. Cabin altitude got to a reasonable amount there. 54. Still too cold. I haven't been monitoring that very well. Okay, there's a big ass lake up here. Where's the big ass lake relative to? There's the big ass lake. So I'm coming up on the big ass lake now. I can't believe that I haven't figured out how to add a freaking waypoint. I've obviously done it in the past when I was farting around in England, but I haven't done it since, and that's been quite some time. I guess I'll just keep monitoring this, and when I get to this point, I'll turn north and hopefully directly fly it over. I'd really like to see it, get a good screenshot. So let's go ahead and set our heading to exactly north, like that. How's our altitude looking? 18,000. Darlington traffic, RFK 617 is a type Turbine Duke, descending, passing 17,000 now. We'll do a flyover of Darlington Raceway before landing at Darlington County, runway 23, roughly 10 minutes out. Yes. I should go ahead and go back here and pop in a procedure for my approach. We're just going to do visual runway 23, just like so. And let me pull up that chart just real fast. I'm going to enter at 2,000. I'm already going to be at 1,500 for the flyover, so we're good. All right, we're below 18,000. I'm going to hit the B for local barometer, although we can go ahead and check while we're looking at this. 3004 is what we should have, and 3001 is what it put, so we'll pop to 3004. Passing over the big-ass lakes now. That is a big-ass lake. That is a water reservoir. Ah, yum yum. Yum yum yum. No cabin diff light, nice, looking good. Coming down, passing 14. Good steady 1,400 feet per minute. Altitude set for 1,500. Passing the lakes now. Yeah, I think we're looking really good. Might even arrest the descent a little bit. Really fast. Let's arrest the descent a little bit. Bring it down to like 900. Little flyover of Darlington coming up here if I can angle it right. Not sure what the hell about adding freaking waypoints. I'm going to research that. I need to know that. I need to understand that. Driving me nuts. There isn't just a add waypoint button right here. I don't get it. I don't understand. There's something simple there that I haven't figured out. When you right click on the map, you see a plus sign and a circle and have the opportunity. Yeah, that's what I'm expecting. But maybe you have to do it from the full app. Pull up the full app. Maybe you can't do it from the embedded one. And I bet you that's what it is. World map VFR. Actually, satellite. Ah. Plus user waypoint. Darlington Raceway. Create. Okay. Now, let's go back to the sim and see if I go flights, unload, import flight, import, user waypoints, it's still not there. What if I add it to the flight? Still not there. Add to route. You know what? I wonder if I can add it using its coordinates now that I have them directly to the airplane's navigation. Let's try that. Can I go home here, please? Oh, load approach. Thank you. Okay, back. Flight plan. Up. I want to add a waypoint here, please. Insert after, here we go. 3417. Let's just try this. 3417 41.2 No, that doesn't work. Okay, at least now I figured out how to make waypoints. You can't do it with the in-app one, but you can do it. Hold on, add to route. After starting, add. Hey, okay. We're making some progress here. It's just not in this one. Okay. So you won't be able to see that bit of navigationalness. But I now have Darlington Raceway set up. So I will be deviating here. How's my altitude looking? 8,600. Let's bring that down a little faster again. Down to 15 Hunsky. So I'm following this road here. Okay. Should be another road over here to my right. Should be coming up on a major intersection here. Okay, intersection. Got it. I'm gonna go to heading mode though real fast here, and we'll go ahead and go to 1,000, I guess. And everything else looks okay. Passing 6,100, 6,000. I need to go down a bit faster. Let's come way off on the throttle. Let's go into heading mode now and on track per Navigraph. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. So what I want to do is get over to the right of this road, I think. Yeah. In fact, I should see a major intersection over here. Let's turn right some more. Passing over that road, should be an interstate off to my right somewhere. Might be a little bit out of view. Let's get ready to turn back north. Close. Altitude 3,500, coming down nicely. This is pretty close. We should, if we stay right on this vector, should see the raceway maybe barely off to our left when we get there. I think that might be it right there, actually. Or that. And there's the airport we're going to, looks like. Ooh, and I gotta pee right at the wrong time, too. But it's time for a flyover, baby! What's our altitude? 3,000. Only going down at 500. Okay, it's varying a bit with the turbulence down low, that's fine. That's my message. approach is not active. That's fine for now. Let's see, approach, cabin set, fuel selectors on, fuel imbalance 25, pitot heat on, windshield heat off, propeller heat off, cabin temp mode off, altimeters local, ignition auto, ice deflectors as required, flaps, approach at 174. Close. Still a little ways, but getting pretty close. Okay, we're at 2100, coming down to 1000. That's where we're going to stop our descent. Yes, I see it. This kind of worked out almost perfectly. 1800. Back into it, I think. 14. Ready. 12. Oh, altitude already set itself. Neat. Level off at 1000, please. Thank you very much, autopilot. For our racetrack. It's moving pretty fast. Really close, and we look to be exactly on course right now. Let's go ahead and turn on landing lights. Interesting, no external landing lights without the gear down. Take a shot of this real fast. It's pretty cool. Down low like this. Pause it for a moment. Give it a shot. Go in the Discord. Save. Unpause. Where are you at, racetrack? Where are you at, race? Oh, I think I see you. Right there. That should be it right there, I bet. Big built-up thing. Now we're gonna go right over it. Very nice, Ben. Super cool. Let's look inside the race, the 1000. Everything looks steady. Let's figure out our best angle here in a moment. I'm going to hit pause as we're going over it. So I can get a couple of screen grabs here. I'll probably replace the thumbnail with that. Cool. probably good. Go with that. Okay, now pause. Back in the airplane. Let's find our airfield. Let's do a landing here. Okay, there's the airfield. Zoom in here. Oops, wrong way. So, I'm going to want to go to back, procedures, approach, load and activate. And we'll put it on nav mode again. And what's it want to do? Why do you want to go over there? Okay, got it. Darlington traffic, Darlington traffic. This is RFK 617, type Turbine Duke, approaching from the south, 5 minutes out at 1000 for a runway 23 approach. Darlington traffic. All right, we're cruising along pretty fast. We'll keep that up until we start this base leg here. That's where we'll begin our deceleration. Go ahead and bring this bad boy down a bunch. Coming in well below the actual approach. It would have me normally coming in 1800, and I'm at 1000. So we're going to start with 4 reds, and then bring it in from there. Assuming there's PAPI lights, I imagine there are. I imagine that the airspeed truly is 190 there. Okay. That's a long loop-de-loop here. It added 40 miles, 45, 42 miles to my route. Yeah. It's alright. Doing it right. Trying to do it right. Alright, let's look at our approach stuff here. At some point, alright, at the landing, it wants me to open up the oil doors. Propellers to 2190 for landing. Right now they're at 1990. I'm going to go ahead and start bumping them up now. That should have the effect of bringing down my airspeed, I think. There we go, 2190. Set. Prop for landing is set. We'll leave our power in for the moment. Let's see if we're expecting any crosswind. 4-knot crosswind, no big deal. Well, that small plane might be a little bit of a deal, but it shouldn't be a big deal. Zoom in a little bit more. Coming up on this right-hander, and then after we complete the right-hander, we will come off on power and start to get our speed down. Put our flaps down at around 170, indicated airspeed. Coming in low and fast. Because we just did an awesome flyover of Darlington Raceway. When does that race start? At 6:30, right? Might do some racing after this. I don't know. Might watch a movie. I don't know. It's my day off. I don't have to do anything I don't want to do. One thing I'm definitely going to do is pee. I'm dying over here. Legs are shaking, but we're gonna do this. If I were a real pilot, I'd be peeing in a bottle right now. How's it look? We're low. Yeah, we're low. Oh, we low. Yeah, we're low. Oh my God, we're so low. Yeah, man, we are. Let's watch this bank from this perspective. Do this turn or what? Oh yeah, just about now. Print screen. Just like that. Okay, now let's focus on deceleration in a moment. Oil doors open. Ice off is correct. Come off on the power a little bit. A little bit more. A little bit more. We're going to go 20 miles after we finish this. 20 miles on this easterly vector. Already getting to a pretty comfortable speed here. We're at about 165 IAS, which means we are clear to put our flaps down for landing, but I don't want to do it yet, not until we get probably right at about the turn. Well, that's fast. That thing seems so fast this low, you know? It's just moving, baby. It's just moving. It's just a flying. Wah, 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 wah. 16 miles to the turn. 165 IAS indicated, 170 right about. Flaps can go down at, where's it at again? 174. Max down at 140. Okay, looking back at the checklist. Alright, cabin diff is good. Fuel selectors are on. Fuel and balance, good. Recognition lights on. Pitot heat. See, landing lights are set to on, yes. Pitot heat, don't need it for the moment. Or, I'm sorry, yeah, Pitot's on. Anti-ice is off. Cabin temp looks good. 80, actually. That's cool. A little hot in here now. Altimeter's local set. Ignition to auto. Yeah. Ignition to auto. Ice deflectors as required. Flaps approach at 174. So once we begin the turn, I'll come off on the power a little bit and go down one notch of flaps and then extend the gear after we finish the turn out. Almost there. Do the first part of the turn, flaps, second part of the turn, gear. Darlington traffic, RFK 617 is tight, Turbine Duke on base. 9 miles to turn in for runway 23. Darlington traffic. All right. Getting close, baby. Fun little plane, fun flight. Went faster than I expected. Wouldn't mind having one of these myself. Landing 2190, we're at 2180, that's good enough. Power levers to 1260. Landing. Okay. Oh no, that's bulked landing. I'm sorry. Propellers. It's 2190. Okay. I'll just manage the power as required to maintain airspeed. Getting close. Getting close. About to turn right. About to turn right. It's about time. Pretty. Got a golf course down there. Hello. I bogeyed there. I'll bogey there. I'll bogey there. I'll bogey there. I'll bogey there. I am not afraid to bogey on every hole. Miles to the right turn. 3 miles. Final runway heading was 230, right? So let's get that set real fast. Alright, feeling good. Feeling okay. I haven't landed this plane a whole lot, so I don't really know its characteristics on landing, so I'm just going to try to come in low and slow here. Let's come off on the power a little bit. And first notch of flaps. back on the power a little bit. Get the airspeed up around 150. Probably have to put more power back into it and put the gear down. Can I see the airport from here? Looks like it right over there, doesn't it? Okay. Runway in sight. Maintaining that 1,000. Is this leg? Judix. Runway 23 is still 10 miles away after the turn, so we have our approach flaps in, that's good. But we don't want to go to landing flaps until after Ziggett, probably, 'cause that's still 5 miles out. Okay, good. Capturing the approach. Notch of flaps in there, looking good. Hit pause for a quick screenshot of that. Print screen, yes sirree. And unpause, save that real fast. Runway off there in the distance. I don't know if you can see that on no YouTubes, but there she is. I am streaming at 1080p, so hopefully you can. But I'm playing it, what is it, 1440? So maybe you can't. But there's the runway. Alright, 150, maintaining 150. And after we pass Ziggett, we will put our landing gear down and put our landing flaps in and take off our autopilot for the final. Just looking at the plate again real fast, it is open chart. That Ziggett should have been at 1800, so we're well below that. So the challenge here is going to be to not come in too shallow. But we're lined up nicely. Max 174 for the gear, so we're in good shape on gear. One mile to Ziggett. At that point, we'll put the gear down. Ooh, I gotta pee. I got this burning desire for more cowbell and a urinal. Looking good. Looking beautiful. Looking bootiful. Alright, we're past the Ziggett now, so down with the gear. Pay attention to what that does to airspeed. Airspeed to 140. Let's go up just a tad on power. And landing flaps engaged, up again on power. Okay. Landing lights are on, looking good. Pause for one more screeny shotty. good one. Print screen. Jeez, I might have to go to the bathroom before I land. I'm going to do that. I'll be right back. I'm going to die. Listen, kid, when you get into your mid-40s, you're going to need to pee sometimes too. More than you think. Did I get that screenshot? Let's see. I sure did, baby. All right. Let's get back in the airplane and finish this thing out. Okay. We're at 120. Full flaps. Gears down and locked. 3 green. Autopilot. Disengage. Coming in a little high now. Okay, we're coming down nicely. We're in good control. Well, I'm so glad I went and peed. Okay, feeling all right, feeling all right. Still a little bit high. We'll continue to bring it down. Nearly at idle here. Good, looking okay. Just keep flying it, keep flying it, keep flying it, keep flying it. Ah, butter. Pretty good, kiddo. I should have called out my short final there, but it's all right. Darlington traffic, RFK 617 is clear. Runway 23 on Alpha, heading for the ramp. Alright, where should I park? I see a homie over there, so we'll park over there. Pretty good landing. This works for me. Cut it close to that dude, didn't I? Alright, parking brake pulled. After landing, ignition to off. Ignition is already set to off. Ice deflectors as required. Oil doors closed. Flaps up. Flaps up. Cabin altitude verified 0. All good. Enough. Pressure mode dump. Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, dump all that pressure. That makes sense. Okay. Equalizing the pressure, right? Weather radar off. Did that happen automatically or? Oh, wrong dial. Off. Lights. Boing, 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 boing. Lights are off. Ice protection all off. Off confirmed. Cabin temperature mode as desired. It's fine. Shut down a secure parking brake is set. Yes. Avionics off. Avionics off. Electrical switches off. Off. Generators off. Off. Power levers to idle. Correct. Propellers feather. Condition levers to cut off. Wing pumps off when NG is less than 10%. Although, how would you know if the gauges are off? That's a weird one to do. Battery master. Oh, I turned the battery off too soon. That's what it was. Battery off. And that, my friends, is an airplane shutting down. Landed like a boss. Landed like a boss. And a successful flight is behind us. So thank you, everybody, for coming by and visiting and joining for this fantastic little flight from Daytona Beach. From Daytona Beach to Darlington Raceway. I hope you enjoyed and had a good time, and I'll see you next time.